Welcome to Beyond Borders. I'm your host Shyamala. Today's guest is Abhimanyu Bhatt. Originally from India, now based in the United States. His journey is a story of reinvention. By profession, he's a loan officer, helping families to get home ownership. By passion, he's a singer, songwriter, music producer, and a Spotify artist, releasing original music. As a husband, a father, and as a community member, his story highlights his journey from India to US with a series of interesting questions and rapid fire. Let us hear his story. Can you recall any moment when your expectations of life didn't align with what you're actually experiencing?
Well, certainly there are several instances, especially when you move to US. Of course, it brings a lot of opportunities for you, but at the same time, there are several responsibilities as well.
Yeah,
Moving here, like you gotta do things on your own.
right.
Several things you learn after getting to US and learn from the beginning, from the scratch. So that's one part which always hits hard on me.
I agree.
Yeah.
What are the realities of arriving here that rarely spoken about?
Well, there are several of them. Moving to US, you gotta start from the beginning once again, unlearn some things and learn new things. For me, after I got here, things that you have to do yourself kicks
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
Like back in our home country, back in India, certainly like there are people who does most of your stuff. Over here, the taxes, insurance, filling gas in the car, everything comes in by yourself. So these are the things that always sticks out. Like it constantly reminds you that you have moved now. Yeah.
agree. What do you think the biggest gap between the life in abroad is imagined versus actually lived?
Well, back in India, definitely people have a perception about US. Like once you move there, everything will fall in its place. Life will be
Yeah,
super easy. You
yeah,
don't have to do anything. Just get up one day in the morning, and everything else will fall in its place. But then there is other side of it. The one side is just getting the paychecks, but then there are the bills that you have to pay for. So
right.
people have less or pretty much no idea about how the taxes works here, uh, the insurances that you have to come up with towards the end of the year. So of course there is a rosy image of
Yeah,
once you move to the states everything will be perfect, but then there are things that you learn once you get here and you started you know fine tuning your own life as per the laws and uh, new regulations which comes in. So yeah,
agree. Totally agree.
thank you.
How has your journey changed the way you evaluate both in India and US?
Well, to some extent, moving to US gives you a chance to reinvent yourself. Especially back in India, you live in a certain box. You can do certain things because not that they are not available, but you try to restrict yourself in those boxes.
No exposure much.
Correct. So once you move here, it gives you the opportunity to, widen your wings. You can learn new things. Back in India, I come from a hospitality background, but once I moved here, I moved like right before COVID happened, which made the industry I was in pretty much dead. So
Yeah,
I relearned, as in I got into finance and everything worked out really well.
great.
So yeah, that's one key factor that distinguishes what I could have thought doing in India versus being in US. I mean, there is no limit. You can definitely learn no matter at what age, no matter what you wanna be. It's like ultimately your own choice. That's there.
When you think of a word home right now, Is there any specific place pop into your head?
Well, a home now is not only a geography for me. It's like a state of being now. What I call home, because most of my family in either USA or in Canada, which is pretty much, it's not that far apart. Just my mom lives in India now, so when I think of home, I feel like, yeah, I'm already home. But when I go back to India, like to visit my mom or things of that nature, when I'm coming back from there, I call her like I have to go back home now. So somehow USA has now become my home. That doesn't diminishes the fact that, you know, India is also there. So that's how I balance exactly, like a wise man once said, you don't have to keep 2 feet in two different boats. Once you move to US, you
Yeah,
have to figure that thing out and move on. So yeah.
greatly said. What aspects of everyday life had to be relearned once you're here?
Well, I've relearned to drive on the right side of the road. That's the number one thing I keep reminding myself every single
Yeah,
day.
yeah, that's a good one, right?
Thank you. Yeah. I think that's the only thing comes in my mind at the moment. But yeah, that's what I'm relearning every day.
In what ways everyday life gradually changed your life here beyond your career?
Well, I would certainly say moving to US has given me, apart from being in a good career, uh, the aspirational quotient has risen in a way that I'm able to focus on my hobbies, which is songwriting, music production, singing, and rapping as well,
Wow.
and of course photography to some extent. But yeah, back in India, I was not able to, express myself in a creative fashion. But once I moved here, I found a way to, express them through Spotify or uh, the sources that are available, all sort of social media platforms. So that gives me another, motivation to balance my career and the hobbies at the same time.
How would you explain the financial reality of living here?
Well, financial literacy is something what I've learned being in the career that I am in. There are factors that like the debt, the mortgages, insurances, the taxes. People are not aware about the healthcare to some extent. These are the factors that not only, and also the mortgages. These things, when you move from any other country to states, you need to learn. You need to keep your focus on, because these are the things that going to make sure that what kind of life eventually you're going to be living. So as they say that when you move to US, you move. I mean, you just not move here. You come to a land of opportunities, which gives you the tools that US gives you to incorporate these all skill set that you brought from your home country to really learning the new financial part of it. So in my opinion, as the more literate you are in terms of financial stability, in states you can have a good quality of life living forward. Yeah.
Do you have any micro habit you picked up here?
Well, certainly. Now I say, hey, how's it going to everyone I meet across my neighborhood or wherever we cross path. This is something which is peculiar. Like back in India, I don't say hi to the stranger,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's what sets US apart.
yeah.
Yeah.
We become more social.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
What is your first international flight?
Well, the first time I traveled internationally was for my bachelor's. I went to Singapore. the whole experience was very frightening for me. This was the first flight I have ever taken
Oh,
to go internationally. I had no idea how to board a plane, and no idea how to talk to the air hostess, even if you're thirsty, if you're how to see the immigration officer and things of that nature. So those were the cumulative experiences I've gained getting my first flight.
how the distance reshaped the relationship with your family?
Well, certainly, my family is scattered around the globe. My mom lives in India. My sister is in Canada. So we like to prioritize our FaceTiming pretty much every evening,
Oh, wow.
once a day. Yeah.
Nice.
Uh, it hasn't changed the relationship in any sense, like in a bad way, but definitely we look forward to seeing each other once in a year. Like we either gather in my house in the States, or me and my sister go meet my mom in India. That's how I've been managing for last 8 years, ever since I moved to the States. So it's been a great journey so far, and I really every day I look forward to it.
What parts of your cultural and spiritual life got changed?
So ever since I moved here, I've made it a point that none of them needs to be changed. So be it like culturally or spiritually, we go to me and my whole family, my wife and my a toddler I have. 4 years old, he's going to be. We prioritize following our traditional spiritual life, and luckily, I have a great community that I live in. The family and the extended family who
Oh,
live like
nice.
5-10 miles radius. So it's
Oh, great.
always great to catch up and whatnot, to be around each other when these the festivities and all sort of like in December, the Christmas comes in, and all around I mean, the extended family has every weekend there is something happening.
Oh,
So
wow.
this keeps reminding me and my family that yeah, we have to be part of it and like be right there for each other.
Nice.
So it's a great atmosphere around here.
Yeah, if your family is so closer, that's a
Right.
blessing.
It is certainly, yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
When you face a major crisis, who is the person you want to discuss? Who is the person you never want to discuss with?
Wow, that's a great question. I would say like I pretty much most of the crisis situation I always discuss with my wife first to begin with. She lived here. She was born here, so she always gives me the insight of how it needs to be dealt with, or what frame of mind you should be coming up to do it together. We have a toddler, so the crisis situation comes normally,
Yeah.
like pretty much every day to us. So on top of that, yeah, if I were to say who not to discuss with, is like again it's relative, but I would say like people you don't know, and the crisis situation you should not be present out in the public, because people strike the chord the moment they get it. So that's I like to keep things private in that sense. But yeah,
You don't want to give a chance to
correct,
anyone
correct,
else.
absolutely. But yeah, extended community. I live in a close knit family, so we all know what's going on in each other's lives, and that really helps. So yeah, to answer your question.
Did you ever miss a very important family moments because you're here?
Uh, Nothing comes to my mind that I missed any family event or moment, but definitely there are several of those. I might have missed a few marriages in India of my
Uh,
cousins, and but those were happening. I don't know. I did not have my visa things situated at that point of time back in those days. Other than that, I can't recollect anything that I have been missing any social gathering. But it's hard to balance out. You have to miss
yeah.
something to be able to you can't go back and forth every now and then. So I like to make it a point that at least once a year, especially from now onwards, my whole family should come along with me. But I've been visiting like once a year
Mhm.
to just to let them know that I still exist,
To spend time with
yes,
family.
right, correct.
As you look ahead, what remains unresolved for you?
Well, to change the question, I would say unreleased. I have several songs that are unreleased.
Oh,
So I'm making a point like to get my time out to get those things released
all the very
in
best.
the out there in the on Spotify and things, because it's time now. Like I have to keep releasing them because I've been holding up for such a long time, and if I don't release them, then definitely it's something unresolved in on my part. So that's with that question.
Can't wait to listen your songs.
Thank you, definitely.
Watching Netflix or G5?
Netflix,
Flying Air India or Emirates?
100% Emirates.
Biscuits or cookies?
Biscuits,
Rue Afcha or Coca-Cola?
none of those.
Costco or the local Indian grocery store?
Oh, Costco. I like Costco.
Texting an iMessage or audio notes on WhatsApp?
I think iMessages.
Ghee or butter?
I would say no to both, but if I have to choose, I'll choose ghee.
Okay. Dog or cat?
Dog.
Crow or raven?
Oh, Raven because I like Game of Thrones.
Google Maps or asking a random guy on the street for
Got it.
directions?
Okay, my bad. Of course, Google Maps.
Biryani or pizza?
Biryani.
Your favorite cuisine?
Uh, of course, Indian.
What's the most annoying sound to you? Dishwasher or washing machine?
I think washing dryer. The washer dryer, yeah.
Okay. Regular short vacations or annual long vacations?
Annual long vacations.
Cold breakfast followed by coffee or warm breakfast followed by lemonade?
A warm breakfast by followed by lemonade.
Gulab jamun with ice cream or chocolate lava cake?
None of those.
Naan or garlic bread?
Garlic bread.
Investing in US stock market or buying real estate or gold?
Buying a real estate and gold.
Tattoos, yes or no?
No.
Are you a morning person?
Yes.
Favorite TV show?
Breaking Bad.
Cricket or baseball?
Of course, cricket.
Thank you for sharing your journey. It was pleasure to hearing your story. Stay tuned to hear more stories on Beyond Borders.